Welcome back to the Hardcore Podcast. This is episode 67, I believe.
It is indeed.
And I'm your host, Robert Melton.
And I'm your co-host, Christopher Norwood.
So, we got a delayed start on the podcast today because Chris decided to go take a shit.
I'm sorry. I thought it was pretty quick. Maybe 5 minutes max. My bad.
And then he walked into the studio and was lathering himself down with his own piss.
Yeah, just, if there's any, because I'm usually pissed and then shit, so if there's any residue just happening to get on my hands, just kind of rub it off. I don't want to put it on my clothes. Ugh.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah,
you don't want it to linger. You want it to settle
disgusting.
and sink into your pores.
Exactly. If I kind of wipe it off with my hands, like I'm bound to like wash my hands the same day. But, a shirt, I may hang it back up. I don't want it to just kind of linger on there. And then those piss particles, if I hang it back up, it's just kind of floating in the closet, getting on the other clothes. Got a big brain it, buddy.
I guess so. God forbid grease gets on you.
Oh, God. Ugh.
Grease is a whole lot worse than shit and piss.
Yeah, I can't have that. That stains.
I mean, that is true. Grease definitely sucks.
Indeed.
So to start off episode 67, I'm going to go ahead and roll this intro.
Yeah. Piss, 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 shiz, 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 piss, shiz, piss, shiz, piss. Rub it on my hands, rub it on my hands. When it's lingering, rub it on my hands, rub it on my hands.
Oh, Chris.
Oh, Bob.
What have you been up to, dude? Long week of work?
Speaking of Bob, I was hanging out with another Bob.
That is true.
My buddy Bob.
You just went to a show last night.
Yeah, I went to a show. I took a floater from work, and I went and seen the Devil Wears Prada, Counterparts, Fit for a King, and a band I hadn't heard of, Void. And it was solid. It was a good show.
Really?
It was a good time.
How was Void? The opener?
Yeah, they opened. They were good. Yeah, they were good.
That's not a local band, right? Just one they're touring with?
Yeah, just one they're touring with. But they were fun. They kept everything pretty fun. It was almost kind of like party metal in a sense, but not like Attila. But like, again, they were just really just trying to have a good time. Yeah. But I mean, again, it was, they had an enjoyable set.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't seen the Devil Wears Prada in like 10 plus years.
How was that?
They were good. You could tell that like the tour was kind of wearing on them, mainly like Mike Ranica in particular.
Right.
Same with the frontman for Counterparts. Just because vocal performance was a little weak, but still like it was still a good set. Like they put on a good show.
Damn.
Because part of that experience with the Devil Wears Prada is just like Mike's performance.
Oh yeah.
He just gets so hype. But it was fun. It was fun. I will say, Fit for a King is like crazy good live.
Really?
Crazy. Yeah.
So the best side of the night?
Well, I was talking to, when we left, I was talking to Bobby. I was like, man, like they are so like spot on with how they sound on the CD, but something about that, it's weird because like that's what you want when you perform live. You want to like sound like the CD, but it was like they didn't like take any chances.
You're
like
such
trying
a boomer.
CD's
nuts.
But like, yeah, I mean, it was just like, okay, that was just like the album experience. Like,
yeah.
It sounded just like you do on like Spotify or something.
No, I get that. It's like, obviously you want to perfect that, but you want a different experience.
Yeah, like improv some things here and there.
Yeah.
But it was just so, and I don't listen to them, but it was just so, it sounds weird, but it was just so like clean and just kind of cookie cutter and generic.
Yeah, that's fair.
But he's a really good frontman. Like because he sings too, and he was just hitting all the notes. I mean, his vocal range with
Danny
like
Duncan,
screaming.
right?
Danny Duncan?
Oh no, wait, that's the. I think he might be the drummer, or the guitarist, one or the other.
I think the frontman's name is Ryan Kirby.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I think there's a Danny Duncan in that band.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because they're from Florida, I believe.
Oh, okay.
And Danny Duncan, the YouTuber.
Yeah. I thought you were like
has met
messing
that
with
guy.
me.
Yeah,
Oh shit.
which
Does he
it's
listen
funny.
to heavy music?
No,
Oh.
like it's like pretty much all rap is what he listens to.
Oh.
But it's just funny because they're both from Florida
Right.
and they've met each other.
Same name.
Yeah. But I did just see tour that just got announced. It's Alpha Wolf. You know a couple of their songs, I believe.
Maybe.
But they're touring with Amir, and they're coming to Richmond
Oh, are they?
in May. Yeah.
Oh, heck yeah.
So I think
Any
I
other bands?
definitely
or
want
just...
to go. Unity, Texas, and Chamber.
I've Unity Texas has popped up on like a playlist from time to time.
Okay,
I've
I don't
seen
think
them
I've
pop
ever
up before.
listened to either of them.
Yeah. I mean, I can't recall like what they sounded like, but I remember seeing that name.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's definitely
You're
a
gonna
show
go to that?
I'll probably go to. Dude, Alpha Wolf, I bet they're fun as fuck live.
Yeah, you'll have to after this, you'll have to show me some of their stuff because nothing's coming to mind at the moment.
Yeah, you definitely know at least one song by them.
Right.
But yeah, they got some pretty good shit.
I haven't listened to like anything past like Speaker of the Dead when it comes to Amir.
Really?
Yeah.
You definitely know a few songs from later
Is that like
albums.
2010? So yeah, I'm pretty
Probably,
behind
yeah.
with Amir.
Speaker of the Dead, is that 2010?
Something like that.
I don't know. I don't know albums and shit for most bands.
Yeah.
There's a few bands I do. One being like The Devil Wears Prada.
Yeah. Name an album after Dead Throne.
Okay, you got me there.
Gotcha.
Isn't Death Throne? What year was that? 2017.
No.
It wasn't that late.
Mm-mm. No, that was like 2011.
Dead Throne was.
Mm-hmm.
When was Zombie? Zombies.
That was before Dead Throne.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was that late.
Yeah, I want to say that was like 2010, Death Throne 2011, and then you had, I think it was called 313. That was like 2013, and then you had an EP. I think that was when the Space EP came out. I think that's
God,
what it
is
was
there really
called.
that many? I'm really behind them.
Space EP, and then something along the lines of like Transit in the Blues or something like that. And then there was like a few after that. I kind of fell off after 313. Just would listen here and there.
Yeah, I was telling Ken last night on Discord, because we were playing Palworld, and he was like, or I was telling him that you were at the show, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I think I remember him mentioning that." He was like, "I haven't listened to anything past Zombies, the Zombie EP." I was like, "I feel you."
Yeah,
I
solid,
feel you there.
solid, very solid EP. They played Outnumbered, so that was cool.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah.
What was their best song?
They ended with, because they didn't even headline.
Hey John, right?
Yeah, they ended with Hey John. But that and Des Moines, that was really good to hear. Of course, Danger Wild Man. But on their newest album,
Wait, they didn't play Still Fly?
It's funny because my buddy, one of his friends came, and he doesn't really know the Devil Wears Prada, but he was like, "Man, that would be really cool if they played that Still Fly cover." I was like, "Is that the only song you know?"
I mean,
He's
it would
like,
be
"Hell
cool
yeah."
though.
It would. It really would. I don't think anyone would expect that.
Gator bits.
In the pimp talk, but there's two pretty heavy songs on their newest album, and they played those, Watchtower and Sacrifice. Both of those were really sick.
Huh.
But yeah, no, super solid set.
Fuck yeah.
Well,
Love
super
that.
solid show in general, but yeah, solid
Oh,
set for that.
Counterparts. How was that?
Counterparts was good. Again, I wasn't expecting it, and it kind of sucks because I was hyping my buddy up about him. I was like, yeah, I've only seen Counterparts at, like, Canal Club, so I'm super stoked to see him at, like, the National,
Yeah.
better, like, sound equipment and stuff. But, again, you could just tell, which in their songs, he talks a lot of stuff anyways,
Yeah.
but he was just talking a bunch. There was a lot of stuff that he wasn't even, like, screaming, and it was just, it sounded weak. But, again, like, the first few songs, he, you could hear his tone in there. But he also just kind of needed to be turned up, so that didn't help either. But, I mean, either way, I like his performance as well. I like his stage presence.
Did they play stuff that you knew?
A few. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. No, I was happy. I was happy with it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Love that for you.
No merch, though. I hadn't seen anything that really caught my eye.
Damn, not even a Devil Wears Prada shirt.
Nah, they had some decent stuff, but I was like,
Now, if it was Carhartt, Devil Wears Prada.
if I seen that little emblem, little pocket, take my card, take my money. Yeah, the only thing I bought there was a a White Claw. It was one of those like tall White Claws, and it was $15.
What the fuck?
God. Yeah, I was like, am I sure I want to do this?
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah.
That's insane.
You know what I'm really bad at is when, like, if I'm getting something, I'm really bad at, like, paying attention to the price.
Oh, yeah, because they're like 15, and you're like...
Even when they ring it up, though, I have my card in hand, I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you don't want to feel that guilt to be like, no, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't want to, like, be that guy. But
no,
like,
I'm not saying...
But, like, being that guy is okay because it's a $15 alcoholic beverage.
Right.
Which should be, like, $2 at, max.
That's fucking nuts.
But,
That's the National, though. They got that premium price.
Yeah. But it was also good seeing, hanging out with Bobby for one. Sharon in Kansas came. Kyle was there. My buddy Dustin, he showed up too. Do you know who Dustin is?
No.
He was one of the members in the band.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was rhythm guitar, and he would sing a little bit. He was a singer before Kyle joined.
Mm.
Yeah, him and Josh would kind of switch off, but it was good seeing him. I hadn't seen him in, probably 5+ years. But yeah, no, other than that, been playing a little bit of Palworld. Finally starting to get into it more. And now that I have a long break, I feel like I can kind of like catch up with you guys now, Our buddy Ken's finally hopping on, so I think it's going to be really fun.
Heck yeah. They just released a patch that fixed a lot of shit, so.
Oh, really? Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, a lot of good bugs and errors and just a little bit of fix 'em ups.
Just little things, yeah. Heck yeah, we'll take that.
Yeah.
But that's really it. I'm trying to think if I've like started any TV shows. I finished season 5 of Fargo. That was pretty good. I don't think I've started anything since. But what about you, Robert? What have you been up to?
Quite literally the exact same thing as last week, probably.
Just Palworld?
Palworld, work, podcast shit. Yeah.
It's a simple man, simple life.
Pretty much, man. That fucking...
Easy to please.
I haven't even checked since maybe like the 3rd or 4th day I played Palworld. I was at like 30 hours. I don't even know what I have now.
Right.
But I definitely have some long-ass sessions in that game.
Yeah. Like 10 hours? 10 plus?
I at least have an 8-hour.
Oh, that is a good session. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're going to put about 20 more hours into it this weekend. Hey.
Heck yeah, dude.
Yeah.
So, just to continue a little bit about Palworld, I don't know if you'd seen, but the Palworld CEO, I meant to say this last week, he shared a photo on Twitter, and it was Palworld Trading Cards.
No way.
Yeah. Now, I don't know if there's like a description or anything.
Is this like a Kickstarter thing? Dude.
I mean, he's probably just trying to hype it up.
Yeah. Like when?
Yeah.
Like, I want to get in early.
I mean, obviously, it's probably going to take some time because they didn't know the success that Palworld would have.
Right.
But he probably just got some printed up. Who knows if they've even got like game mechanics for it yet.
I don't even care.
Yeah.
Just make them collectible trading cards.
Right.
That's all I want.
So they could do some money.
Give me that.
Get some revenue with that.
Give me that Shadowless first edition Pen
Lamb
King.
ball.
No, I want the Pen King. Pen
Fair.
King double hollow with 3 swirls.
Dude, honestly,
what you give it to
just
me?
that first run of cards are probably going to sell like insane. Because, I mean,
the world's obsessed right now.
Yeah, I mean, between that and like the first edition Pokemon cards.
Yeah, we all like know now.
Yeah.
Like, hey, anything gets like hyped up and cards come out, buy them, sit on them for 20 years,
Yeah, you got to
then
buy
retire.
like 50 first edition booster boxes.
Yeah, seriously. Like, I want to get on that early. And plus, I'm like fiending to rip again.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm starting to get like back into English just because Japanese it's just too expensive.
That's fair.
Yeah, I was telling Kyle this last night. I pretty much said the exact same thing, that I just want to start ripping some English, just because I threw out an example. Like the newest English set just came out, Paldean Fates, and this was the English set to the Shiny Treasures EX Japanese set, and there's a full art Iono card. And I think right now the English prices for Iono are like somewhere between like $75, $80. You know, it's a pretty pricey card. But the Japanese one is like hundreds.
Fuck.
Yeah, and it's just like I can't keep up. It's really expensive. So I'm trying to take a break from Japanese.
You don't want to rip open some Japanese cards? What's the price difference on like a booster?
Well, the thing is with English, so you have these, I forgot what they're called. They're like, maybe they're called special sets, but they will have these special sets where they don't release booster boxes in English.
Oh.
So there's only ETBs. Remember Shining Fates was like that?
Mm-hmm.
But there's only ETBs. So you have to just strictly rip ETBs. But with Pokemon, it's almost kind of like random, the hits that you can get, the amount of hits. But with Japanese boxes, you have a certain amount of hits per box. So if my first, the very first pack I open of a box is like my SR, then I just know the rest are just, like, I can't hit any more big cards.
Damn.
Yeah.
So the Japanese packs are probably harder to sell in that way.
Yeah, most people like will sell the boxes, and the boxes, I think they come with like 10 packs, but when it first came out, people were selling them for like $75. I think they've kind of gone down a little bit. I've seen some people sell them for like 60, 65, but it's just ultimately easier to collect the set for English, and cheaper, much cheaper.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been like buying here and there just for my English stuff, and there's something about sleeving it up and putting it in the binder that I miss. So kind of want to get back to that.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, no, need to take a break on the English.
Do you think, or how do you think PETA feels like about Palworld?
Who?
PETA?
Oh,
because they had like a whole thing against Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah.
When?
Because they're like capturing animals, and it's like giving that like, I don't know,
Like enslaving these animals to kind of do your bidding type thing. Well, these creatures. Yeah, I don't know.
So like Palworld's like way worse.
Yeah, I was gonna say if they were upset
You
about
can butcher
Pokemon, then yeah, they're like probably firing people.
You're literally shooting.
We see you've been posting about Palworld, and you're fired.
Oh man, maybe. I mean,
again, if they were upset about Pokemon, then I can see them maybe, going to that extreme.
PETA is not a. I mean, they're not angels by any means. So
yeah,
fuck them.
Fuck them. Yeah, but I would never butcher my pals.
Same.
They're all family. Although most of mine are depressed and starved right now. Because I didn't think through with the whole 24-hour, 24/7 server. I didn't even think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks for the heads up, Robert.
Sorry,
cool
bud.
Cool beans. I don't have experience with these kind of things.
I did let Ken know last night, though, because he made his own guild.
Right.
And
put him in the
like,
box.
if you're not
put him in the
going to
box.
be playing every day, make sure to put them up.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah. So, we have a state of play.
Before we get into state of play, the day that we are filming this, February 1st, I thought that maybe we can go over some of the games coming out this month. What do you think?
Yes.
All right, so really quickly, I'm not even going to go over all of like the consoles that these games are releasing on, but for the bigger games releasing this month, today actually, the day of filming this, February 1st, we have Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. I didn't know that was coming out today. I may get it at some point. I think there's actually a demo for that game out, so may have to try that. So we have Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, as well as One Punch Man World. That comes out today.
That game looked awful.
And I didn't know this. I will say this. That comes out on PC, iOS, and Android. Kind of weird, right? Tomorrow, February 2nd, we have Jujutsu Kaisen Cursed Clash coming out. I guess that's just a fighting game.
Has to be.
I'm sure we can count on Antonio getting it. Persona 3 Reload also releases tomorrow, February 2nd. We have Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, also releasing February 2nd. Vampire the Masquerade Justice, releasing February 2nd. Foam Stars, which is like a Splatoon-esque game. That comes out on the 6th. We have Helldivers 2. I know you're looking forward to that. That comes out on the 8th. Banishers Ghost of New Eden. That comes out on the 13th. Dragon Quest Builders also comes out on the 13th for PC. I just thought that was kind of weird because I did verify that game came out in like 2016.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm like, I guess it's just coming to PC.
That's nuts.
Yeah, they have a sequel. The sequel has been out for a few years now. I'm like, okay, who's asking for this? That's what it said, yeah, Dragon Quest Builders.
What the fuck?
I don't know if they're doing maybe a compilation, but it just said Dragon Quest Builders. We have a Tomb Raider 1 through 3 remaster that comes out on February 14th, Terrell's birthday, Valentine's Day. Mario vs. Donkey Kong comes out on the Switch, obviously, February 16th. Skull and Bones, finally.
Seriously.
Coming out February 16th
That was announced
as well.
in 2016, I think.
I know, seriously. So yeah, Skull and Bones, February 16th. Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons remake coming out February 28th.
That's what I want to play. I know you played that game, right?
I haven't, but I know that's the same people that did It Takes Two.
Yeah.
And A Way Out. It seems like they like strictly do these co-op games.
But I heard really good stuff about that game.
I have also heard good things, and I thought it was cool that it was like a remake, just not like a remaster, but a complete remake. We have Star Wars Dark Forces remaster. I think that was an old Star Wars game.
Yeah.
That also comes out on the 28th, and then a little game called Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy. Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth.
Is there an E at the end of that? Final Fantasy. I was like, are you trying to say finale?
No.
Finale.
I'm just memeing. He didn't catch
fuck, I'm
on.
an idiot.
Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth. And I didn't know, or I just forgot, that comes out on the 29th because this year's a leap year.
Yeah.
Pretty neat. So those are the bigger games coming out this month. We have there's some pretty big ones. Obviously, you know, that last one's huge, massive. Everyone's looking forward to that. But there's some big games here in February.
I've got 28 days to beat Palworld.
Yeah, seriously.
Nah, I'll probably wait the 2 or 3 years for it to come to PC.
What? Oh, Final Fantasy?
Remake.
Yeah.
Or Rebirth.
Yeah.
Hell no. Gotta play that shit day one.
Oh, I know you do.
But yeah, fucking Brothers, I didn't realize that was being remade.
Me neither. Yeah, no, I haven't even...
I definitely want to get that.
Oh, that's one you're excited for?
I'm pretty excited for that.
You said you played that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't
But
play
I want
that.
to.
Yeah, it'd be a fun little co-op game to kind of...
Is that for PC?
Brothers, A Tale of Two Sons remake PC,
Fuck
PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. Yep.
That's dope.
The end of the month, February 28th.
Got one day
Wish
to play
list now. I imagine that would be like a $20, $30 game.
I hope so.
Yeah, because that's pretty much like an indie game or indie-esque.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are the games coming out in February.
Shit, after It Takes Two, that might be AAA at this point. Everybody knows about them.
Yeah, maybe. I just know that's probably like a 8 to 10 hour game. You know, I don't think there's a ton of content there. But
no, I couldn't see it being $60.
A game to kind of play through with a friend, loved one on a weekend. Like I'm sure there's a lot of fun. An enemy, frenemy. There's probably a lot of fun to be had there. But yes, like you were saying, yesterday, the end of January, the 31st, we had a kind of a state of play sneak up on us.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even find out about it till this morning, and I was like, "Oh shit!"
I mean, same. After you texted me.
Yeah, let me watch this. So that was the first thing I did when I got to work. But yeah, do you have any notes on that, or you just want me to?
I don't have any notes, but I have a. I mean,
Do
just
you have like the games?
yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna pass the ball to you. You go ahead.
All right. Now these are not in order, but one of the most interesting on that list was Death Stranding 2 on the Beach is what it's called.
On the Beach, yes.
I fucking hate that name.
It is.
What kind of title is that? You think Hideo was like, on the beach? I like it.
It's got a ring to it, you know?
He's like Kanye, just making shit up.
Yeah. He's like, people like the beach. This will sell. This will sell.
But that trailer was fucking weird and awesome, and
I loved
a lot of shit going on in there.
Because you were telling me you would kind of like skim through, and I was like, just make sure you definitely watch this one because it's just so interesting. Like, I didn't play the first one, but I know, like, Hideo Kojima, he makes just, like, crazy universes and worlds, and it's very quirky and just, like, his style. This was just went beyond what I expected. Like, all the just the little things he thrown in there.
Yeah, they showed a lot.
One thing in particular I thought was really cool, like, the main character, you find out he has, like, a brother or something. I mean, maybe this character's introduced in the first one. I have no clue.
I'm sure he is.
But, like, then they're attacked, and then you find out, like, the weapon he uses is, like, some futuristic, like, guitar gun.
Yeah.
And I was like, this is so quirky and weird, but, like, I like it. Like,
And he uses it as a shield, too. Yeah,
and just, like, his personality, and that character's being voiced by Troy Baker, which is always cool. Although at this point, like, Troy Baker voices everyone.
I know. He's
but
like
still,
Matt
he does
Mercer.
a really good freaking job. Like, that's why. But, like, yeah, there's just even, like, I don't know the character. I'm sure she's in the first one, but, like, she was wearing the hands thing. Like a mask, but it, like, had a life of its own. It was, like, doing certain things.
It's like she can
consisted of
control
hands, and I was like, this is so weird, but, like, so cool.
Yeah, I don't know if Hideo is like a alternate dimension of Quentin Tarantino where he likes hands, but there was also like a hand monster.
Oh, yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
And you got the baby grabbing
fetish. Yeah. But it's just, oh man, the way his brain works is just so interesting. The things he comes up with. Like, honestly, the closest thing that I can think that is similar to this is Metal Gear Solid. And, like, that's also him, you know? So it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So interesting.
It's very true.
But yeah, that was the, I want to say that was the final trailer. Was Death Stranding on the Beach. But, like, that has a 2025 release.
2025.
2025.
Okay. When did the first one come out? Do you know? 2018 or so? Maybe before that.
I don't think, if anything, it's there or after, I want to say.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, though, because that was a game that came out on the
previous generation
PS4 and then like got like remastered for the PS5. So you could be right. It could be like 2017 to 2020, somewhere in there.
Doesn't feel like that long ago.
It really doesn't. No, it really doesn't.
It's nuts.
And me, at least, it kind of makes me want to, like, try out the first one. Even despite all the things I've heard about the first one. At least try it.
I mean, that's fair. Do you have it?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No, I don't have it.
Shit, you could probably get it pretty cheap now.
Yeah, I know for like...
Second one's coming out soon.
Is that on the... Did that come out on the PC? I think it came out on the PC, right?
I want to say so. I could be wrong, though.
Yeah, maybe like the remastered one came out on the PC. I don't know. But either way, yeah. I think I've seen it like a couple years ago for the PS5 for like $30. So
yeah.
It's like... I'm sure I can pick that up pretty cheap.
Did you see in the trailer? Like my first thought was, like the low frame puppet.
Oh, dude, like
that was cool.
That was so like random, but like that was cool. But yeah, it was like the really like low frame, but on purpose, purposefully done.
No, it looked really neat in that cutscene. But
the cutscene where he gets angry, he's like,
Yeah. But it
That was
reminded me
hilarious.
because he like picked him up and he was about to take him with him. So he put it on his back and he was like, oh no, I want to ride in the front seat. But it was like just like
Oh,
Mimir. It was like a
yeah.
tribute to God of War.
Now okay. Because when you first said that, I didn't know what you were talking about.
Mm-hmm.
And now that you say that, I'm like,
a little
oh, that's
Easter
what
egg
you meant.
almost.
Yeah. Is that what he says in God of War? Does he say the same line?
No, I don't think so.
Oh.
But I mean, you could tell it kind of seemed like a
Mm-hmm.
reference.
Right. Like, I wonder if it's going to play similarly, where you have, like, this puppet with you the entire game.
I feel like that.
And
Yeah.
it's just, like, the dialogue back and forth.
Yeah, I think it's going to help to break that, I don't know, silence of walking 40 miles on foot.
Right. Well, obviously, that was a complaint from many people
Exactly.
about the first
Yeah.
one.
So I think this will definitely help because they've seen how God of War,
Yeah.
all that gap was just filled with really good dialogue.
And if that's really the reasoning behind it, like, how genius.
Yeah.
Like, how smart was that? Like,
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Good
And then
filler.
just to make something that just makes zero sense with this universe.
Literally.
But it still kind of works because nothing in this universe makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, like, it's so, like, he can literally just do whatever he wants with these games because it's like, oh, that's how I make games. Nothing makes sense. That's my charm. That's my style. But it just works and people love it.
Yep.
But yes, Death Stranding on the beach.
Did you want to hit on what else Hideo is working on? Because I did not get that far.
I forgot because we got a first look at it on one
Yeah.
of the previous, like, I don't know if it was a state of play, but it was some type of Sony conference. It probably was state of play.
So it's a new action espionage game, Fizzant?
Fizzant? Is
I
this a
guess.
different one? I thought it had a different name. Because this is the one that, like, meshes, like, the movie experience with the gaming experience. That's also made with Jordan Peele, right?
Apparently it's called Fizzant.
Oh, I thought it had a different name, but Fizzant.
Oh, in addition to Death Stranding 2 and OD, Kojima Productions
that's
has
what I'm
another
thinking of.
project.
Oh, so this is something completely
Oh,
different.
yeah, I guess so.
That's what I'm thinking of, OD.
Kojima and crew are making a brand new next-generation action espionage game named Fizzant.
Huh.
That will transcend the barriers between games and movies. In other words, Kojima is returning to the genre he started with and helped create with the original Metal Gear.
So I wonder what he's doing with OD, because it had that same description.
Yeah.
With, like, the gaming and movies and, like, meshing this. I wonder if, like, he's, like, taking that and making more games with that. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But it is kind of cool that he's going back to his roots with it being, like, an espionage game.
Yeah.
I wonder if, like, obviously the name, it's not Metal Gear, but I wonder if, like, it's in, like, the universe.
What if it's called, like... Iron Cog.
Iron Cog 1 Fizzant. I don't know. But that would be kind of cool. Like, maybe it has literally nothing to do with, like, the story of Metal Gear. Like, no characters, but it's still in, like, this universe. That'd be kind of neat. Yeah.
Kind of fucked up to create something for a company. Like, your mind is basically what made this game.
Mm-hmm.
But they have ownership over it. It's pretty much how, like, all famous music artists are.
Right.
It's like they make the music, but the label owns it.
Yeah. But, I mean, he has his own company, right? Like,
he does
just kinda,
now.
He's just kind of working with Sony, but I guarantee he's probably pocketing most of this.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
But
I guess as he should. Like, I don't know his team, but again, like, this is obviously, like, he takes most credit for this. Just because, you know, that's coming from his mind, his unique brain. But yeah, Death Stranding on the beach, 2025 release. Another interesting one that this was shown very early, because I think the first game we seen was Helldivers 2, but then they, like, hit us with, it was around, like, 10 minutes worth of just, like, details and gameplay, but a game called Stellar Blade.
Mm-hmm.
And what did you say didn't you say it used to be under a different title or something? Like Project something?
Oh yeah, formerly known as Project Eve.
Project Eve. And I think that's the name of the main character is Eve, maybe. But did you watch all of that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that looked pretty interesting. You said it gave you like obvious like Bayonetta vibes.
Yeah, like a future. Well, I can't really say. I guess kind of futuristic in a way, but some parts definitely seemed like it wasn't.
I feel like
Also,
there's like a genre for that because obviously you have steampunk. I
Yeah.
feel like it's one of those punks.
yeah,
Like it's a something punk. But it is very kind of like post-apocalyptic steampunk in a way, cyber-ish punk in a way,
Mhm.
It gave me Nier Automata vibes.
I mean that too.
Yeah.
Like if you were to mesh that with like Bayonetta.
Because I think the gist of like Nier was like they're in like the spaceship and then they send these androids down to like reclaim humanity on Earth, and that's kind of what the vibe I was getting here.
Mhm.
But I mean, again, Nier Automata vibes. Looked very stylish, obviously sexy. Combat looks sweet, and it's being made by Shift Up Studios. And I looked into it, and I think this is their very first game.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if like this team is from other teams that have worked on projects, but I think this is the very first game that Shift Up Studios is
Interesting.
working on. And this actually comes out April 26th of this year.
Oh,
So
that's soon.
this comes out pretty soon. But yeah, Stellar Blade. It looked pretty interesting, and if this sounds interesting to you, then yeah, check out that State of Play if you haven't, because there's like 10-ish minutes of just details and gameplay
Yeah.
shown off.
I don't know if I'll be interested in it. I'll probably have to see some more of like what type of game this is, but
Right.
just from the trailer, it's definitely interesting.
Yeah. I mean, it was a beautiful looking game.
Yeah.
Like, the graphic looked amazing.
That's funny. On this thing I got pulled up right now, the monsters in that game, you know what they're called?
It said it in the trailer, but I forgot.
Natives.
Natives?
Natives?
Natives? That's what the monsters are called?
Yeah.
But is
Like
it,
NA:'tivs.
how is it pronounced?
I don't
Like,
know.
is it natives or
Probably.
natives? I guess-
NA:'tivs. Yeah.
Yeah, either way.
Kind of funny though.
Interesting.
Let's see. We got Sonic Shadow Generations.
Oh, I didn't even make note of that one, but I did see it. At first, when I seen that, I thought it was a Sonic Adventures like remake, because that's kind of what it was looking
Yeah.
like. But I mean, what they showed off looked pretty sweet. I think if you're a Sonic fan, you can probably get behind this. Like it looked like classic Sonic 3D, but it also had kind of like Sonic Adventure-esque gameplay as well.
I wonder if Shadow's going to be in
50-50.
it.
Nah, Shadow definitely seems to play a big role in this game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I'm not really a big Sonic guy, but it looked pretty cool.
Yeah. Probably won't play it, but.
All right, I'm ready to shit on this one. Well, first off,
Can I guess what it is?
you know what it is. But first off, before we get into that, Silent Hill: The Short Message. What's cool here, this is like a first-person kind of like PT-esque, very short game. It's free. You can literally play it right now. I think when I looked it up, I think it takes like 2-ish hours to beat. I don't know if this is getting us ready for Silent Hill 2, like the remake. I don't know if it like connects some story or if this is just something different. It's like own standalone story entirely. I'm not too sure.
Yeah. We may have talked about it on the podcast, but I remember there being rumors of PT being like remade. So I think they probably took elements or just kind of rebuilt what they wanted from it and made this.
Which is super cool.
Yeah.
Because again, like right as like the State of Play aired, like this was available. This was free.
It's weird though. Why would they make like some random ass free game?
I have no clue. Yeah, I mean, you would think this is setting us up for something.
Yeah.
You know. But what I was referencing, what I want to shit on is, as well as Silent Hill: The Short Message, they also showed us Silent Hill 2 Remake, not remaster, but I guess what they have so far.
Mm-hmm.
They took what they had and like came up with a trailer, and it just really looked unimpressive.
Yeah.
It looked I said PS4-esque, but you even said PS3-esque, which fair.
There's games that look like that on the PS3.
Yeah.
So.
And it's just the gameplay they showed off, just like the combat. I mean, not that Silent Hill 2 is a combat-heavy game, but like it's in there. It just looked so weak.
Well,
nothing looked fun about it. I was let down.
When you make a remake, you don't want it to literally be the same game with higher def graphics, because that would just be a remaster essentially.
It looks like a remaster. Yeah.
Look at well, I guess Resident Evil 4 is kind of a bad example.
Why?
Just because that game, I guess, has more to it than probably Silent Hill 2.
All right, well, you can use Resident Evil 2 remake.
I'm not really familiar with it.
I mean, it literally plays like very closely to the same as Resident Evil 4.
Oh, really?
But I mean, like Resident Evil 2 is like a PlayStation 1 game.
Right.
You know, I think Silent Hill 2 was like a PS2 game.
Well, I played Resident Evil 2, but just not I'm not familiar with the remake.
Oh,
how
I mean,
it is.
For the most part, like it plays like you've seen gameplay for like Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
It's pretty similar to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I mean,
like that's what you expect. Like that's a remake there, you know. And plus, like that game just it looks good. Resident Evil 2 remake, Resident Evil 4 remake, like it looks good.
Yeah, you would think they
This
would
looked
know.
very grainy and just splotchy, and it just ugh.
I mean, just
And
graphics aside, yeah, it just did not look fun.
Yeah. And again, maybe it's not fair for us to say this. Maybe it's just so early, but like, why are you showing this off if so?
Yeah. The first one they showed definitely looked way better.
Yeah. Like you could have very easily made this, I mean, they showed it off for maybe 2 or 3 minutes. So you could have very easily made this like a 38-minute segment. Still had Silent Hill in there and just not showed the Silent Hill 2 trailer. And, you know, we wouldn't be saying these things.
Yeah.
But I feel like maybe to most fans or just most casual players, they may not see what we've seen in that.
Yeah, that's fair. And
You know?
especially for like diehard Silent Hill fans, they're going to buy it anyway. How many of those still are around? I don't know, but
yeah.
I mean, I know a lot of people that like Silent Hill, but I don't know if they're going to be like, "Oh, fuck yeah." You know?
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, just was not impressed at all with that.
That's fair.
Yeah. So I feel bad for the people that are actually really looking forward to this, and like that's what you got, you know.
Yeah.
Like I imagine if it was like the equivalent, but like the new Fable or something. I know that's not like even. Well, I guess
it's not even. Well, that's not fair because that's not like a remake.
That's what I'm saying.
But like
But it is Fable. Like I feel like they're like revamping the series. You know.
I mean, look at God of War.
That's what they gave us.
Look at Fable. Look at pretty much anything that's changed the formula. That's fair to do. You can take Silent Hill and just change the formula into something more meta and progressive and make a good ass game. You know what works. There's a ton of fucking games out there.
Right. So you just, leave the story.
But I mean, maybe they were just, maybe they're, I don't know, maybe they're just banking on making some money from this and working on something entirely different with the Silent Hill name. I have no fucking idea.
I mean, my guess is just what they showed us was very early. So my thing is just like, why'd you show this to us?
Yeah. And that's the other thing.
That's my thing. Like, it wasn't ready. Like, you shouldn't have showed this. Because my guess is just that this is just super early stuff.
Yeah. But it is funny that they played this on like a very Hideo-heavy state of play.
Yeah, I mean, it had kind of, even with like Stellar Blade and Death Stranding, some other games you're going to get into, Judas, Rise of the Ronin. Like, these are pretty dark games,
But it's just funny because he's like kind of tied to PT and
Oh
all
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But it's also kind of funny because he just kind of stuck it to the man right there with those things he was showing off.
Oh yeah, exactly. He's like, y'all are still playing Silent Hill. Y'all know I'm not a part of this, right?
Should have never canceled PT.
But yeah, Silent Hill 2. Did you have any other notes on any other games?
I heard you were a Dave the Diver fan.
No, I haven't even played it yet, but I want to play it just because I've heard, like, even if you check the Steam reviews, it's like crazy, just overwhelmingly positive reviews.
I don't think I've ever seen any gameplay from Dave the Diver, so I have no fucking idea what this game is
It's
about.
like, I'm probably going to butcher this, but because I watched a video or two, and it was like, you go diving for, I guess fish, and then you also have like a restaurant. I don't know if you own the restaurant or you just work for them and you supply the fish. But there's
So it's like a sim?
There's like a sim element to it, like a cozy game element to it. But there's something like really addictive to it.
Okay, so what I'm wondering now, we got a trailer with Godzilla in Dave the Diver.
Like, how does that play
I'm so fucking confused.
Yeah, I have no clue. But I again, when I see a video about someone talking about Dave the Diver, it's usually just like, oh, dude, I'm obsessed with this game. I've been playing it for so fucking long, so many hours into it. So I'm like, okay, I kind of want to see what this is all about, because I think it's a pretty cheap game.
Yeah, I gotta look into it.
I think it's like full price, like maybe like a $20 game.
Damn.
But yeah, we're getting that. Was there a release date on that? Is that just like an update?
Or this is the first I've heard of this. Yeah, in May.
Oh, okay.
Coming to PlayStation 4 and 5.
Oh, wow.
In May.
Not PC?
Oh, sorry. Dave the Diver is coming to PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. So I guess it may not have been on those consoles yet.
Oh, okay. Because I know it was on PC.
The Godzilla, I guess it's DLC, is coming in May.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that's going to be paid or not. I assume so, since that's a pretty hefty license.
Yeah.
Godzilla.
Yeah.
Unless it's I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I would say that would be my guess too. Is that it's probably paid, even if it's like $5 again for like a $20 game. Like, what do you make DLC priced at? I feel like it's got to be like $5 or $10.
I'd be surprised if it was 10.
Yeah.
5 definitely makes sense.
Real quick, there was a VR game showed off called Legendary Tales that comes out February 8th, very soon. And did you verify that this was PSV?
Yes, PSVR.
PSVR 2. Well, I guess maybe you can play it on the first one as well. I have no clue.
I don't think so.
But I made note of it because for a little while, you were into a game called Dungeons of Eternity.
Yeah.
And I got on there one time with you, and it actually played really well. It was a lot of fun. But this looked like that, but even better. Did you watch the trailer?
I did, yeah.
Would you agree with that, or are you like, it looks about the same?
It kind of seems like it looks about the same. Just a little bit of different mechanics, like the spells. Mm-hmm. That was definitely cool.
Yeah.
I like the spell aspect. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much the same genre, like a dungeon crawler of sorts.
Yeah.
But, I mean, shit, if I had a PlayStation 2 or PlayStation VR 2, I'd play it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's exclusive as of now to that, so fuck that.
Yeah, screw that. But yeah, Legendary Tales, February 8th.
Hell yeah. All right. Did you happen to watch the Judas trailer?
I did. Yes, I did.
That looked interesting. I don't know. Definitely. Was it made by the people that did BioShock?
Yes. So it's from the makers of BioShock and is apparently a BioShock spinoff.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
It was something like, because I looked it up actually before we started filming, and it was something about the runes or something that was on like their wrist or on their hand. Like that is like a common theme and throughout all the BioShock games.
Okay.
Like all the main characters have like the same thing, something along those lines. I only played Infinite, but people are. I don't know if it's like solidified. Like it's definitely a spinoff, but people are believing it to be some type of BioShock spinoff.
Oh, interesting.
Maybe in the same universe. But yeah, I mean, it looked very BioShock-esque. You know, again, if it's in the same universe and made by them, that's what I would expect.
Yeah.
You know, BioShock is another one of those that it's like, it's a pretty weird universe that was created.
Yeah.
So it was kind of like hard to understand like what all was going on in this trailer. But again, I only played Infinite. So that's just, you know, 1/3 of like what's out there for this, you know, this BioShock world.
It seems like it could be promising.
Yeah.
Guess we'll have to see. And that is there a date on there?
I didn't make note of a date. I tried
date.
to make note of the dates as I seen them, so I don't think there's a date shown for that one.
But it is coming to all platforms aside from the Switch, obviously.
Oh.
Oh no. Dude, this month. We should hear some Pokemon shit.
Oh, that is true. I forgot.
They better fucking they better show
dude.
something good.
The thing is, we've talked about this many times, but like ever since like summer of last year, like the same dudes on YouTube, that's like every video, speculation. What's the new Pokemon? Are we going to get a new Legends game? Are we going to get Black and White 3? Are we going to get a remaster? Are we getting Let's Go Johto? You know, like it's like, and it's every week you see these videos for these same things pop up. So it's like, please put this shit to rest. Like, just tell us what we're going to get this month.
I'm going to say it now, bro.
What are you thinking?
Ship.
Predict.
I'm jumping ship.
You're jumping
I'm out
ship?
on Pokemon.
You're out on Pokemon.
I'm in on Palworld.
Are you getting
this is
your
all
sleeve
covered?
You're going to get
with
it covered.
Palworld.
Okay.
Yep. All Gen 1 Palworld.
Fucking Pen King.
Penglet.
Another Pen King.
Lamball, Cativa.
Shiny Lamball.
Just a bigger one.
Yeah, just all the basic one. All the freaking Pidgey and Caterpie equivalents.
Yeah.
Real quick, just because you did have a couple more sessions since the last time I played, and just to tell the people, because I don't think we've like officially came out and said it, what is your favorite PAL?
It's got to be Quivern.
Oh, so still. Okay.
Still, although there's one called Ragnahawk. It's like a firebird.
Have you shown me this one?
I don't think so.
Is this a new one you recently got?
Yes, it's pretty new.
Ragnahawk. Okay.
But that one's pretty dope. I wouldn't say it's my favorite. I do like it a lot.
Contender? Maybe that
I wouldn't
2
even
spot?
say that.
Oh, okay.
Nah. Menacing. That's a fucking cool one.
Menacing.
It's like the purple scorpion with kind of like the flames.
Oh, you didn't show me that, but I remember
Sharon
sent me a picture of that. That
I got
looks
one
sweet.
Pretty recently, but it is fucking sick.
Warsect, definitely classic.
Warsect is dope when he's chopping a tree with his fucking axe.
He's like, these fucking things in the way.
Yeah. Oh, dude, it is funny. I can't remember the name, but you know the panda, the leaf.
Oh,
the panda with the leaf.
Yeah. I recently hatched one. Yeah.
When he goes to like build something, he has like this little itty bitty hammer.
Bing, bing, bing.
And you'll have like a smaller PAL next to him with like a big hammer.
Oh, that's funny.
But he's just like.
Is there a reason why?
I don't know. It's just funny though. Maybe he's too strong to use a big hammer. He's got to be like.
Yeah, I mean maybe it's like
I'll
break it with the big one. But yeah, if it wasn't obvious, as of right now, again, I have so many PALs to like, witness and see. You showed off a lot of your PALs to me.
Yeah,
but
I think there's like 137 of them. There's a ton.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But as of right now, Pen King is still my king.
So do you like Palworld or Pokemon more?
More?
Yeah.
Nah, it's definitely Pokemon.
Name every Pokemon.
I mean, if we really took the time, I couldn't name all of them. Hell no. I could definitely. I feel that I could name most.
Could you name half. So that would be more than half.
Exactly.
would be
Yeah.
most.
I mean, again, if you were like, hey, you have a full day. Obviously, I can't look shit up. You have a full day, 24 hours to come up with a list. You have to give me most of the Pokemon, more than half.
Fuck, dude.
Write it down. I think I could.
That'd be a crazy
It would take
exercise.
me all. It would take me all 24 hours.
That would be a crazy exercise.
Yeah, because I would have to go through all the gens, and then it's like, oh wait, I forgot about this one, and then go through back all the gens throughout the whole day.
But what's crazy is somebody could do that.
Oh, easily.
Yeah.
The thing is, there's someone out there who could probably just like right now just name them all chronologically.
Oh yeah.
You know? Just not missing a beat.
They definitely have a hint of the tism, but they could definitely.
Oh
do
yeah,
it.
they've got that good tism, the savantism.
Yeah. For real.
Like, sign me up for that. I'll take that.
Yeah, dude, that's a superpower.
It nicked me. It nicked me. Shane Gillis, if you know, you know. But yeah, I mean, were you for real asking that? Like, I'm still definitely.
I was.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like,
in jest, brother. In jest.
In jest, brother. I'm just jesting. That's funny.
I'm jesting around.
Just jesting. Oh yeah, you brought up Judas. Yeah, no release date on Judas. I actually made note of only one more game. Again, there was a few. I'm trying to think of the other ones that were.
Was it Dragon's Dogma?
It wasn't even Dragon's Dogma, just because like we've talked about it before.
Mm-hmm.
What they showed us. We got like another.
Yeah, just a little bit of more gameplay. Maybe a final trailer.
And there was some like sick stuff in that trailer.
Oh, yeah.
It just showed off like we've seen a lot of the combat, but there was just I guess combos that were shown off that like I hadn't seen previously that looked pretty sweet. Like it was a for example, it was like a
battle mage.
Like a battle mage, and they had summoned this like glacier. And then it broke, but piece of it was still there. And then they like ran and jumped off the glacier and then swung down with a sword. I was like, oh, that was cool.
It's pretty nuts.
Yeah, it looked really
just
sweet.
Making an obstacle for yourself.
Pretty much, yeah. And then a lot of the like it showed off like kind of rogue ranger, more combat from that class. And nah, dude, it looked sick. It looked fucking sick.
You fucking love rangers.
It's just I don't know. They're just so like nimble and agile and doing flips and shit. And just
who's your favorite Lord of the Rings character?
Oh God!
Don't you fucking say Frodo, you loser.
No. Now, I mean, I don't even know if I really have a favorite Lord of the Rings character. I'm really not. I like it, but I'm just not the biggest Lord of the Rings guy. I mean, Gandalf is sweet.
I'm not the biggest either, but I still have a favorite character.
I mean, probably.
Or maybe Sam.
I mean, yeah,
Sam's dope.
Sam's dope. Sam is definitely dope. I don't know.
Sauron.
I like no, probably like Gimli or something.
Gimli is good.
Just something about
That's
like a
solid.
little guy with a giant hammer. It's just that's always been badass to me.
Yeah.
Just a giant fucking war hammer. That's so cool.
This is true.
Just swinging that bitch around.
It's Thor if he was a little person. Is that insensitive? Moving on.
No. I seriously no. I mean, the thing is, like, I feel like the M word, that's insensitive.
Oh, of course.
You know, but like little person, no. Some people probably prefer that. Some people actually probably prefer like dwarf, like, you know.
I mean, it's quite literally what the ailment.
Yeah.
Is that the
like
right
dwarfism?
term? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dwarfism.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I think at that point we just kind of overthink it. Like
Yeah.
little person, yeah, like if you called me a little person, I'd probably take a little offense to it, you know?
I think you beat the threshold at 4'9".
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I think what is it?
Yeah, what classifies you as a little person?
I think
Is Sharon a little person?
no. What is she? 4'10", 4'11"?
Something like that. She's 4 something. That's
But I
enough
think-
said. 4.
I want to say 4'10" is the cutoff to where
okay.
you are.
So
Is it clinically
Valeria
or legally?
Valeria is a little person.
Yeah. What is she, like 4'9"?
I really don't know. I just remember her being like really short.
Yeah. But yeah, I think 4'10" might be like the actual cutoff.
Oh, okay.
Obviously, you don't have to suffer from dwarfism, but
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Interesting. Getting back on track.
Not that you suffer from it, but
I don't. I'm 5'7".
They always add at least 12 inches.
With the right pair of shoes. Almost 5'8". Those shoes I do not own. I just wear Vans. No, but the last game I made note of was Rise of the Ronin. Did you see that one?
I actually didn't, but we talked about this.
We've talked
game
about
a couple
this
times.
game before.
Yeah.
They showed off a little more. Again, this is game comes out. This game is made by Team Ninja and comes out. I think this literally comes out the same day as Dragon's Dogma 2.
Oh no,
March 22nd. Is that when Dragon's Dogma 2?
Yes.
Yeah. So
2 days after Colton's birthday.
Yes, exactly. Bold move there, I would say. But yes, again, made by Team Ninja. It's actually looking really sweet. It's very because this is the team that made Neo, which again is like a Soulsborne-esque game. Very similar. I actually really liked the mechanics they had in Neo. At least the first one. I haven't played the second one. But this is like a Souls-like, but it's much more faster-paced.
Mm-hmm.
Much more fast-paced. And what they showed off looks sweet. I did confirm today that this is actually an open-world game. And they showed off a lot of the traversing, just ways to traverse. You have a grapple, and then you can pull yourself into the air, and then you have these almost like a glider that you just kind of get through the terrain with. And then it showed off some of the horseback gameplay, and again just a lot of the combat in it.
I want to see some of the bareback gameplay.
Some of the bareback? That's exclusive to Baldur's Gate 3.
Ah, damn.
Yeah. You experienced that.
I did. This is a PS5 exclusive too.
Oh, is it?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I'm reading it here.
Oh, okay. But yeah, I gotta say that one actually, my interest is consider it peaked. Not like peak, but you know what I'm saying. It's peaked.
Peaked. Piqued.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm a little interested by this one. Because it seems like it's pretty narrative driven as well. Like it seems like there's some story here, and especially with a name like that, Rise of the Ronin, just like the word Ronin alone, like there's story there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna keep an eye and ear open for that one. But
sadly, all these games are gonna get outshined when fucking Wukong comes out.
Oh, I mean, yeah, but
well, I don't know.
Luckily they have months.
Between Wukong, Final Fantasy, Palworld's going to be a fucking contender at the end of the year.
Yeah.
Now, it might not win, but it will definitely be a contender, I believe.
Yeah, I think it should definitely be on a few lists, for sure.
But yeah, Palworld, probably Rise of the
sure.
Ronin, Final Fantasy Rebirth.
Yeah. Hold on, you said Rise of the Ronin's going to be on some lists?
Probably. I mean, it looks good as fuck.
It does look good. I just maybe it's too early for me to decide. I don't know. I seen that and I just don't think that's a contender. Maybe on a list somewhere.
You never know because with the Souls fandom.
Oh, I mean Elden Ring.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
God of War.
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people.
We still haven't fully recovered from this.
Seriously.
Clip it. Let's get the conversation going back, guys. Run that shit again.
But yeah, I mean that community has just emerged out of fucking thin air ever since Elden Ring released, and people have gotten a grasp on that type of gameplay. So I could definitely see this being up there. Dragon's Dogma, and then Black Myth Wukong. I see these all being pretty strong contenders.
Yeah.
For game of the year. Although there's a lot of games that are coming out this year.
Yes.
That have yet to come out.
And again, all these ones that not during the state of play that we've named, but earlier, that's all just February.
Yeah. This is
literally
the beginning of the year.
Yeah, so the first quarter. We are still early in the first quarter. We still got a lot of games to look forward to.
Yes.
But you also have the hack and slash diehards with Ninja Gaiden. they're the guys that, this is the team that also made those games. So it definitely seems like Ninja, Samurai, this seems to be like their specialty.
Yeah.
But hey, I mean, I'll always take that. You can never have enough Samurai games.
That's true.
I feel like we're starting to get to the point where maybe we have enough zombie games.
Dude, we've had enough zombie games 10 years ago.
Exactly, but they're like, nah, you can have enough Samurai ones or
what was
Ninja
it?
ones.
Dead Rising. Is that what it was?
Oh, on the Xbox 360, the mall,
Yeah.
where you're in the mall.
Like that was like peak zombie game. And then after that, I'll give it to
You're not gonna give it to like Resident Evil.
well, Resident Evil's like they did it.
Well, you're saying
There's
like,
more than just zombies in Resident Evil now. They were like, okay, we have enough zombie games. Let's transition.
I just like when I hear Resident Evil, just zombie. That's just where my mind goes.
True.
That's just what I think. Zombie game.
But they've kind of branched out like further.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say, what's that one where you can like, it's like kind of fast paced. You can like vault and shit. There's a second one now.
A zombie game.
Yeah.
Oh, Dying Light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we peaked there. That was the peak zombie game.
Oh, okay.
Now we can stop making zombie games.
Make
something else.
What is your favorite zombie game? Did you play that game? Did you play Dying Light?
I played the first one.
I think like early into like my PC gaming life, I tried to play, and I don't remember what card I was running at the time, but it just didn't run that game that well. So I think I didn't play much of it.
Yeah, it's probably one of those that just had really shitty optimization.
Yeah, it was early, like right when the game came out. So
yeah,
more than likely because it was for the PC. So,
as far as my favorite zombie game, I don't know. Probably Left 4 Dead 2.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that's super solid. Yeah, that's a solid choice.
I never played Back 4 Blood. I'd say even Ken, who loves both of those games, would say Left 4 Dead is probably still his favorite.
Oh yeah.
Obviously, way more nostalgic ties too.
Oh yeah.
But, yeah.
I would. I mean, I guess if you would even call them zombies, I'm definitely
Plants vs. Zombies?
Yeah. Mobile version. It's superior.
Don't say COD.
No. Hell no. But again, if you would call them zombies, obviously I'm going The Last of Us.
I mean, they are pretty much zombies.
Yeah. I mean, it's like their take on it,
Yeah.
But I'm definitely
cooler
going
than
The Last
zombies.
of Us. But like classic zombies and is like slept on. I'm so glad Colton played it. Days Gone.
Oh yeah.
I love that game.
Yeah. It's definitely
love that game.
one I gotta play for sure.
Yeah, no. It's sick.
Would you be pissed if I played that before The Last of Us?
I would want an explanation, but no.
Is that good of a game that you'd kind of let me pass on that?
Yeah, I give you a pass on that, but I'm like, yeah, I would just kind of want to know where your head's at. Like, why?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why? But it is, yeah. It's so good.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Did you have any? Did you make note of any more games? Because I didn't make note of everything.
Is being remastered.
I think it's a remastered. Yeah.
Remastered for PC and PlayStation 5, which is cool because I have not played that yet.
I actually have played that.
Yeah.
And beat that.
Yeah, I remember you telling me about that.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, but it would be so fresh. I don't remember shit about that game.
Yeah.
Like it was like 2016 when Jeff and I think even Terrell played a little bit.
Yeah, I think
too.
I remember you telling me that.
Yeah, so that would be kind of fun to like go through.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure they'll have some way to where like we could all still like play along, take turns like making choices and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
That'd be a good night.
That would be a lot of fun. Just go through that in the fucking weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'd be killer.
100%.
100.
Yeah, that's pretty much all I got.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it was a pretty solid state of play.
Not only that,
I was happy with
but
it.
there's going to be another state of play.
Well, this one's going to be for Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah.
No, I think it was like the 6th or the 8th. Like
okay.
it's in like a week.
Yeah.
But I want to say, I don't know, they may give us something else, but I know this is mainly for Final Fantasy.
So we might hear something about another remake. I mean, Rebirth is coming out, so how much more can they really give us?
Yeah, I don't know what all they would cover, because, I mean, it could just be like a shorter one. You know, it could be like 10, 15 minutes of just Rebirth. But, I mean, that would be sick if it's like 20 minutes, but you get 15 minutes of Rebirth, and it's like, boom, Final Fantasy 9.
Yeah, to be fair, they actually might show us more of the DLC for 16, too.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Because they haven't really showed much about that.
I forgot all about that shit.
Yeah.
Are you going to play that?
I mean, not anytime soon. We got games coming out, bro.
I know. I just didn't know if you were going to, since you actually finished 16, if you were planning to go back to it for the DLC.
I'll probably wait to see how they are. If it's just like grinding for gear and shit, then I'll probably be out. But if it's like good story elements, yeah, sure, I'll hop in there.
Hell yeah.
Because the story is fucking phenomenal. I really like the story for 16.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck you.
I was actually thinking about that the other day because, I want to, like, I have, goals for playing games, saving money, and reading books.
I mean, that's one that you could just hop in and finish real quick.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like if I just really gave it a weekend, it took an hour or two just to, like, relearn everything, try and catch up with the story as best I can. Like, I feel like I could just finish it in, like, a weekend.
Well, the cool thing about that game is that every time you hit a boss, it's going to tell you, like, even if you go to the menu,
that's what
you
I'm
remember
saying.
It
like,
tells you like what's happened.
There's stuff I could like go back and like read through.
That game does a really good job at that.
Yeah.
Like I think Final Fantasy 15, I didn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah, that game was just, I liked 15, but there were just some things that were just really weird. Like the pacing was so weird in that game. I feel like that game, and you can tell going from 15 to 16, all they like did with 15, and then they did a lot less with 16.
Yeah.
I think 15 was just like a little too ambitious for them. So like they had some things where they were just like, all right, we got to wrap this up, But I still enjoyed it.
Yeah. And I like the time period of 16 a lot better. I don't like the fucking modern day shit.
Yeah, because it's weird. It's like modern day.
You're driving around in a fucking convertible, bro.
It's weird because you have modern day, like, future-esque, like it's future, you have this convertible, but then it's also kind of like Western.
Yeah.
It's really weird, like a weird, I don't remember where 15 takes place, but like.
Only Square Enix.
Yeah.
And Kojima.
But I mean, like, it kind of worked, but again, there were just some things that felt rushed.
The Japanese, man, the fucking ideas they come up with.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's why they got their own.
An Italian plumber, come on.
That's why they got their own genre.
Yeah.
JRPG.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Yeah, because it's just so different. Just so different what they do with their RPGs.
Next year, I heard Link's actually going to have a gun.
It's about damn time.
He finally built one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because he can build now. He learned that.
Ganon's like, give me the princess. Dead.
Yeah.
Credits roll.
Story is finally ended.
Shot.
Oh, that's what he's been saying the whole time. Shot.
Shot. Get shot.
That's good.
Okay. But yeah, no, that's all I got.
Alrighty. Well, we will see you next week for the episode. We'll see you. We'll see you next week for the episode before the episode that really matters. Episode 69.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, because this has been episode 67. And we'll see you next week for episode 68. Until then.
Yeah.
Well, that was my segue for you to close it up.
One more time. So
this has been episode 67. We'll see you next week for episode 68. The one before 69. The big one. Peace.
Later.
Later, dude. Pissing on my hand, pissing on my hand.
Shitting on my dick, shitting on my dick.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know.
You're nasty.